Welcome to Yester Quickies, a speedy culinary trip back in time. Today, we're traveling to 1975 to discover, ready for it, Bloody Mary soup. Oh yes, you're gonna love it. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Jill and this is Yester Kitchen. I've got another quickie for you. So today, oh yes, there is such a thing. We are making Bloody Mary soup. And it comes to us from the Lea and Perrins cookbook. 1975, only $1.99. Absolutely glorious, glorious cookbook. If you could find it, I highly recommend you get it. I did a recipe from here a while back called bacon nuts. I make them pretty much every time I have company. They are absolutely amazing from this book. Check it out. In the meantime, let's get our soup started. This is a chilled soup, but we start out with cooking it. In my beautiful saucepan, I'm starting with 2 tablespoons of oil, just regular vegetable or canola oil, just something very neutral. To that, we are gonna add 2 cups of diced celery. We are gonna strain this, so you don't have to worry about a beautiful dice. There's actually celery leaves in there, lots of flavor in there, guys. So in goes our celery. And to that, we have 1 cup of sliced onions. And again, they don't have to be perfect in any way because we are gonna be straining this at the end. Okay, so now I'm gonna take maybe about 5 minutes and saute these down. Be right back. Okay, so we only wanna go 3-5 minutes. You're not really cooking them down, you're just kind of warming them up. So this soup has all the flavors of a Bloody Mary in soup form. It's the perfect little lunch, it's the perfect little appetizer. All right, so let's add in those flavors. So the first thing we need is tomato juice. And you're gonna want 46 ounces of tomato juice. This is exactly 46 ounces. It's like it was meant to be. To our pot goes all the tomato juice. There we go. Oh, and all those vegetables decided to quiet down. Look at that. I absolutely love this. And the garnishes, that's kind of where you personalize it, make it your own. And it just comes out fabulous. Okay, next I was really surprised when I saw the soup and I thought, I gotta make it for you. Okay, next, 4 teaspoons of sugar. You do want a little sweetness in it, but it's not a lot at all. It just kind of balances out the onions. And then we have a teaspoon of salt. And we have a tablespoon of lemon juice. I always use fresh squeezed, and you should too. And last but not least, the star of the show, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Secret, it doesn't have to be Lea and Perrins, but I'm sure Lea and Perrins would have a different opinion. Lea and Perrins actually was launched in 1837 in Worcester, England. So that's where Worcestershire sauce comes from. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring all of this to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're gonna reduce the heat and simmer 10 minutes uncovered. So we'll be right back when all that happens. Okay, I just thought I'd pop in really quick. Our soup is boiling away exactly like it should be. Now I'm gonna turn the fire down. No lid, keep it uncovered, and let it simmer 10 minutes. We're gonna keep going. See you in a few. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Our soup has been simmering along. It smells wonderful in here. Now I know what you're saying, Jill, this is a Bloody Mary. Where's the vodka? It's coming right now. The recipe says 1/3 cup of vodka. I may have a half. Don't tell anybody. Right inside it goes. And you stir that up. And now you just want it to simmer for 1 more minute. So stick with me. Okay, it was 1 extra minute, let it simmer, I took it off the heat, and now we need to strain it. All I have is a glass bowl, you can use any kind of bowl you want, and a strainer. And then I have my trusty ladle. And really, all you're gonna do, whoa, come on onions, is get all of this soup. I'm just starting ladling it because I know I'm gonna have an overflow, but eventually I'm gonna wind up just pouring the whole pot in. And you just want all of that glorious tomato juice to go down into the bowl. Let's see if I can do this now. It's gonna take a few minutes because you do have a thick soup and you do have a lot of vegetables. So I'm gonna come back when I'm almost done. Okay, so I did most of it, but I wanted to save some for you. So really all you're gonna do is into your strainer, goes everything. And what I do is I take the back of my ladle and I just kind of push it through, and that kind of gets all the soup to come through the strainer. So you don't need these vegetables if you don't want to waste them, and I don't blame you because it's not good to waste food. You could chop them up, put them in a meatloaf. You can actually make sloppy joes. I got a great recipe for you. And you can chop them up and add it to that. You can actually take these vegetables and serve them over rice. That would be delicious too. Okay. But what we really want is the soup. And here it is. Bloody Mary soup, but we're not done with it yet. So this is a cold soup. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in the fridge and we let it chill. So I will be back when the soup is cold, and wait till you see how we present it. Oh, I'm so excited. I'll see you in a bit. So it's been probably about 3 hours. You really want it cold, and I actually put it in the freezer because that just helped it, the chilling speed up. So you just want it ice cold because it's a Bloody Mary. And of course, every Bloody Mary contains Worcestershire, which is exactly why it is in our Lea and Perrins cookbook. Okay, so we got a few more things to do, and it is time for Bloody Mary. So the first thing I like to do is, it's not a Bloody Mary for me without horseradish. So I add a tablespoon of horseradish and I just whisk it to make sure it just goes all the way around. And it's also not a Bloody Mary without a little kick. So in goes my hot sauce. All right. And this just combines the flavors. It's not a Bloody Mary. It truly tastes like soup that is Bloody Mary inspired. Okay. And by the way, the horseradish and the hot sauce is my ad. The recipe stopped before this, but it's a Bloody Mary. You gotta have a kick. Okay. Now, you can serve this in any type of glass or bowl or vessel you like, but I figured as long as it's a Bloody Mary soup, let's make it look like a Bloody Mary. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I have a little plate of celery salt, and I have some lemon wedges, and you can use lemon or lime if you're gonna do this option. I'm using lemon because I already cut the lemon to put the lemon juice in the soup, so why not? So around the rim goes our lemon, just like that. And then into the rim. And you need to do this first because you can't turn your glass upside down with the soup in it, right? So in goes all the celery salt. Come on, you. Around the outside. There we go. Now, very carefully, I'm gonna have to use my right hand, so I'm sorry if my hand's in the way, but I can't do this left-handed. I try so hard to do so much for you left-handed. This one won't work. Very, very, very carefully into your glass. See, I've already spilled a tiny bit, but that's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. Goes our soup. And you don't wanna fill it up all the way because this is quite a big glass. This recipe came out long before the crazy Bloody Mary garnishes got popular. But since it is today, and we do have Bloody Mary soup, I've got a couple to add. So in comes, this is me. You do whatever you like. Bloody Mary options are endless. So let's see. There we go. I've got my skewer of shrimp. I have my skewer. I have olives, of course. I always have olives on hand because of my dirty martinis. I have sweet cherry peppers, and I have Spanish chorizo sausage. And in that goes, and what would be a Bloody Mary without a stalk of celery? Me personally, there is no Bloody Mary without bacon. This actually happens to be jalapeno bacon, which is fabulous. And there, my friends, look at that. Bloody Mary soup by the Lea and Perrins Company in 1975. I'm in love. I'm in love. I cannot wait. So I am going to bid you a fond adieu so I can enjoy this cocktail. And by the way, there is, just a tiny bit of vodka. So if you want to float a little vodka on top, I'm not going to stop you. Just make sure your vodka's chilled. And with this, yeah, I'm good. I'm very good. Thanks for stopping by. It's always such an honor to have you join me. Enjoy drinking the past. And I will see you in the next video.